shows a phenomenal sign of how the center and state are collaborating in this framework of cooperative federalism that was talked about since morning. Many are points that came out about the Honorable Chief Minister. We talked about ease of doing business, we talked about decision making, we talked about leadership, we talked about friendliness, we talked about vision, we talked about your determination, sir, the dynamism, and also the great team that you have seated over here, your cabinet, as also the administration, which has really fast-tracked so much of investments into the state, which makes it today definitely the #1 state, as you talked about. You are truly the tech-savvy, highly contentful Chief Minister of the country, and also the introduction of Happiness Index is something which is completely out of the box, and again a pioneering effort indeed. So I want to take a couple of minutes of your time and take you back in 2000. In 2000, you asked CII to do something innovative in Hyderabad, and when the then President of the United States came here, you asked us to do something on green. And under your leadership, we had the stone laying ceremony with the President of the United States then, and started something called the Green Business Center. So in 2004, the Green Business Center started, and I must say one or two things. One, today India has 4.45 billion square feet of green homes, second only to the United States. That institution was started by you, sir. You started and that building, sir, has become, that building which is still in Hyderabad was the first platinum rated building outside of the United States. Also, that building today has many heads of states visiting. It was all started by you. What an institution you created. Many, many such institutions you created. So I want to also mention to you about Davos. You are talking about 15% of GDP being 2 trillion today, 300 billion, moving in a couple of years to a double, let's say from 2 trillion to 4 trillion, 25% of that is a trillion. So effectively, we are looking at adding $700 billion of contribution to GDP within the next 10 years. Now, that would mean in terms of capex, it means at least 3 times that amount. So we are looking at roughly $2 trillion of capex expected to happen in this country within the next 10 years. Now, this capex will be all kinds, but manufacturing will definitely play a key role in that. As you move into manufacturing, you're looking at essentially what the market is asking for. And the market is moving towards more customized products. They want less of standardization. They want more of customization. So you are now looking at a way of manufacturing in a mass customization environment. And that's a new philosophy that is creeping into the manufacturing area. You either did individual products, or you tailor-made products, or you did serial manufacturing. Now you're talking about combining that two and making it into a mass customization where you can move from individual customized, tailor-made products every day. The other thing that it's going to require is pressures will come on prices, and therefore productivity is going to be a huge requirement in the future. If we are looking at $2 trillion...
Autonomous robots, simulations, Renault-Nissan Alliance. I'd now like to hand over the session to Mr. Ramesh.
Employment generation. So go for the innovation side. All to leave it to the panel for more discussions.
So he is really a key person who's going to drive
university skilling the mining sector and topics.
And Mr.
I'll just make some brief opening remarks because we have many speakers and we have only 1 hour. So we'll try to make the best use of time. Just the speakers to address some of them as they go along. We have, where does Indian...
Need-based. What is required for our country?
Really, what we should say is, in the early phase, our strengths. In the last decade, Western Australia has absorbed over $326 billion worth of investment. In the last decade, our output for iron ore has doubled.
మాట్లాడుతున్న అభాగ్యులకు వారి జీవన ప్రమాణాన్ని
Additive manufacturing and augmented reality are transforming the manufacturing landscape.
In several large economies, particularly in Russia.